In this video I'm reviewing another high-speed 3D printer. This one's been sent to me by Elegoo and it's their Neptune 4. Now this is a high-speed printer that is a bed slinger, and it is also very good value for money. Very simple build. First thing, unpack it, very well packed. And now I was just checking it was on the correct voltage for your area. Then it's a simple case of attaching the gantry. All the screws are very nicely labelled, you know exactly what to put where. Then we're attaching the magnetic bracket for the control pad. It's got a very nice touchscreen control pad. That just clips on the front there. Then we've got the filament holder. All very simple to put together. Just attaching now the filament run-out sensor, and then it's connecting the high-speed auxiliary fan. Fast printers need good cooling. All the connections were very straightforward, they're all labelled. And there's that screen. Works really nicely. Nice and clear and responsive. So we've fired it up. Time to level. There were very good instructions on how to do the bed levelling, but really it's a case of setting the Z offset with a piece of A4 paper and then go to each corner and do the paper test and adjust the wheels underneath the bed and go round and round. Do this several times until you don't need to adjust any more. As you adjust one corner, it will inevitably adjust the opposite corner, so you have to go around a few times just to get this right. The next thing is to do the auto bed levelling. I've speeded it up a little bit here, but it is a very thorough bed levelling, many points. Elegoo sent me some of their standard PLA. This isn't the rapid PLA, this is just the standard stuff. Very nicely wound and nicely packaged. So let's give this a try. Just getting the Z offset right now the bed's levelled. This printer runs on a version of Clipper. Loading the filament, cutting it at an angle with the supplied clippers, feeding that through the filament run-out sensor down into the direct drive extruder. You then use the touch screen to load the filament. Here I'm just going on to models, seeing what models are included on the memory stick that came with the printer. And I found a 3D benchy. You get a little thumbnail showing the benchy, and away the printer goes. Very nice build plate on this. It's a finely textured PEI flexi magnetic build plate. Really nice lights, one on the extruder and another one on the gantry. Very helpful having these LED lights. This is actual speed, and it's doing a very good job. Gives you all the information on the touch screen. But this is really shifting, and you can see the bridging is coming out very well, and there's no apparent stringing at all. When it's done, it moves the head out of the way and the bed forward, and there it is. I think it took about 24 minutes. Sorry about the flickering light in this shot, but you can see how well that has come out. Considering that is a bed slinger and it's done it that quick, that is impressive. I designed this egg sort of pot thing. This is in Shaper 3D, which is my favourite CAD software. And I'm actually using the Orca slicer for this one. It's the first time I've used this. I was quite impressed with it, and it had a profile for the Neptune 4 on it. I'm just printing out the egg. This is sort of actual chicken egg size, this first one. You see the lights in action there. And it's doing a very, very good job. The only thing I found with the Orca slicer was the N command wasn't very good. It didn't move the head out of the way and turn off the heat to the extruder, so ended up with a bit of a melty blob on the top. I re-sliced the egg double size using the Elegoo version of Cura. You can see how nicely that has come out. Really impressed with the quality of that print. Really smooth, no layer shift. This is TPU, eSun TPU, printed with a brim. This was a component I'm making for something, and that came out really nicely, beautifully smooth. Very pleased with that. This is another part of the project. A little bit of stringing on the inside, but I don't mind that. I could always increase retraction settings to get rid of a lot of that. But beautiful smooth outside. And this is my pineapple vase design. This is using Elegoo Cura. And you can see how fast this is printing. And it did an amazing job. Considering the speed, I was very, very impressed with it. This is a bit of a torture test when it comes to vase printing. I've now got the Elegoo Neptune 4 3D printer up in my attic 3D print workshop. If you can hear some roaring, it's because the wind is quite gusty and it's quite loud up here. I moved it up here because my poor long-suffering wife got fed up with it being on the dining table, and kind of understandable with Christmas in 3 days' time. But here it is behind me, and I have to say I've been very impressed with its performance. Brilliant value for money when you consider the speed it can run at and the quality of the prints it's producing. Been very, very impressed. The last one I did was this print of my pineapple vase I designed, and that's done in vase mode, and that's come out really, really well. No sort of layer shift or anything like that. Very, very smooth printing. For a bed slinger, printing at that speed is very, very impressive. So yeah, I like it. Did a good job with this PLA. I was printing this at high speed, or much higher than you would normally print on a bed slinger, and this is the standard PLA from Elegoo. They didn't have any of the rapid in stock at the time, and I've found that the standard PLA works really well at high speed. I haven't really had any issues at all. Also printed TPU very well. But yeah, very good. I like the design. The touchpad is excellent. Right here. And that sits on a magnetic stand. It's very useful if you want to put it in an enclosure. I didn't print any ASA because I haven't got an enclosure it'll fit in just at the minute. But I'm sure it'll do a good job of that. The cooling on it is amazing. The bridging is very good because of the cooling. It's got that big auxiliary fan on the gantry, which really helps a lot. You get a little bit more fan noise, But if you want to print at high speed, you need high power cooling, you are going to get a bit more fan noise. But many thanks to Elegoo for sending me the printer to review. They haven't paid me to do the review. They've just sent me the printer, and yeah, very, very pleased with it. Check out links in the description, and I'll be back after Christmas with some more videos. Bye for now.
More rubbish coming soon.